Hi, and welcome to the Woodstone Workshop. I'm Emily Gallo, your Creative Memories Advisor from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Happy New Year's Eve for everyone tuning in for the virtual Croppers New Year's Eve party. Special shout out to my friend Miss Margie Lewis for putting this all together. We couldn't have done it without you. Tonight I'm going to be creating this 2-page spread using the scoring blade. Let's get started. Hello, Crafty Friends. Hi, it's Emily. Happy New Year's. If you're tuning in, I had to pre-record this. A little bit of surprise. Santa is taking us to Busch Gardens in Virginia, so super exciting for our family. And I realized that I had already committed to this, so thank you for watching us. And if you're watching it on YouTube at a later time, hi and welcome. So I had some inspiration. I saw this wreath that was really cool, made out of fabric with all like this folding technique, and I was like, well, if they can fold fabric, we can fold paper, right? So the let me leave this here so you guys can see it. So this is my idea, and it's kind of hard to see without me lifting up the paper, but this is all folded. Does that help? And you can kind of see it like folds around a little smidgen. So you definitely get some depth, and it's definitely a 3D. It will look significantly better, I think, once I put a page protector over it to kind of hold it, place it all down. And then I did a little bit of braiding on the other side with more of these strips. Everything is folded, and then it's, you know, taped down or whatever. So you are going to need, for sure, not only your 12-inch trimmer, but you're definitely going to need your scoring blade. You're going to get your money's worth out of that. You'll need the large circle and your red and blue braid, definitely a tape. I have my spare over here. Just to get this pretty little edge, you will need the poinsettia edge BMC that you probably could substitute for something else if you wanted. I am using the seasonal sightings paper. It's from Christmas of 2022. Still trying to use all that up. And it's really, the reason why I chose it is because I had a lot of extra scraps. And that's the best part about this, or you could really not even use a whole collection if you wanted and just go into your bin of scraps and just create just by that way. Other things you could definitely look into. This would be really pretty as a fall wreath. You don't have to do it as Christmas. I was thinking about that. And then also, even like if you alternated like red and white and red, like a Valentine's Day. Yeah, I mean, the wreath is definitely can be used any, you know, just not just the, you know, the season or whatever. And let's get started. I did pre-cut some because there is a significant amount of these little strips, and no one wants to watch me fold literally 100 little strips of paper. So if you need to stop and to catch up, that's fine. I'm going to leave this over here so I don't get lost. So bring my little piles down. All right. So I chose 4 different shades of green. If you have more that you're interested in using, you can definitely do that. This was my rough estimate of 15 strips. I'm not really 100% sure because I would stop and like cut some more, and I went back and counted, but that might be how I just you know, folded my paper or whatever, or like spaced it out. Definitely want to think about the repositionable tape for this one because it's a lot. All right, so we need a total of 15 of each. That's what my thought is. And then they are 3 by 1 and a 1/4 inch strip. All right, so we're going to make sure that our regular straight blade is in here. And we are going to create a 3 by 1 and a 1/4 inch strip. So we might need this later. So I'm going to save that in my pile in emergency here. All right. And we're going over here, and I'm just going to cut a bunch first, and then I'll go back and I'll fold. So 2023 was definitely an exciting year for myself. I really stretched my capacity and really put myself out there. I was able to not only get 10 recruits, but I actually was able to get 10 of them to level 2. So I will be going to the Mexico incentive trip in April. I'm super looking forward to that, seeing everyone from home office. And it's definitely been a journey. So thank you for everyone that either joined my team or financially supported me. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, very exciting. It was announced last week that that I did have enough points to go. So awesome. All right, so I'm going to switch out my straight blade here with my scoring blade. Now you're going to score, I put full, but you can score at the 1-inch line. And you want to make sure you do it on the opposite side, because I want the pretty green to show up front and not the trees. So put that at 1. And it kind of, your edge here will line up with the replacement mat. Juror mat, okay. And you just need to do it twice. And that really just helps make sure you have a clean, crisp fold. And why I think it's important to fold the paper is to give it a little bit more dimension when you're spreading it out onto the wreath. Theoretically, you don't have to. You could just place them on top. But I did think that that was, you know, something cool that kind of gets a really defining impact to your page. Looking forward to 2024. If you are in the Pennsylvania area, we'd love for you to come and join us. My first couple of retreats, unfortunately, already sold out. But my March retreat, which is actually spring, it's the weekend of the spring turn, you know, March 21st, I want to say. I'm doing this off of my head, so don't, you know, hold it against me. We'd love for you to come. It's a 3-day crop, and it's in Exton, Pennsylvania. It's about halfway through the state. So if you are coming from New Jersey, probably about like a 2-hour drive. If you're coming from Pittsburgh, it's probably about a 4-hour drive. And I have 20 seats still available for that. It's a very nice hotel. We love it there. And the best part, the exciting thing we're doing that retreat is I'm having something called a paddle party. Some people might call it a quarter auction. And essentially, I have been collecting goodies galore all throughout the year. And we're going to have a little auction so that you can win some of these amazing prizes that I've been collecting. And then the other really, really exciting, I mean, like amazing, exciting thing that's happening in 2024 is in November. I just want to say it's the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th in Morgantown, PA. My friend Karen McDermott Roth, I convinced her to come all the way from Illinois, and she is going to teach a bunch of classes at my retreat. So that's super exciting. You get to, like, you know, rub shoulders with the famous Karen McDermott Roth. She's going to laugh when she watches this video because she knows I'm like her biggest fan. But not only is Karen going to be there, but my friend Diane Lambert from Home Office. So that's amazing. Yeah, they made the executive decision that they are going to come, and it's November. So we are super, super excited as a group, and we would love more advisors to come. Customers are invited. Anyone's invited. And so if you want more information, expect a form out on my scrapbooking group, probably the end of January, with some of the information. All right, so now we have our piles here. Here we go. Ta-da. I'm gonna pull that up. All right, and sugars. You do not need to have green. I'm going to use green just because it makes sense. But theoretically, you do not need to have a green paper because you're not really going to see it. But I'm feeling green. I don't know. And so good things. this is just going to be basic your blank. So if you have like some crappy piece of paper that you don't really like and you were going to chuck it or, you know, donate it, this would be your opportunity to use it because you're going to cover it up anyways. But I'm going to use avocado. Avocado kind of feel. All right, so we have our large circle, okay? And we're going to be doing the outside, I think. Did I use the outside? No. You don't need the blue. You just need the red. You're going to do the outside and then the inside. Oh, spaghetti meatballs. All right, no worries. So here we go. And yes, these are the old blades. I have a hard time throwing things away. Some people might call it hoarding. All right, and make that all the way around. Beautiful. Okay, so do yourself a favor and do not pull that up because you will mess yourself up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save that for something else. And then you're gonna go on the inside track with the red blade here. I want to invite everyone to join my Facebook group. It's Scrapbooking with Emily. And I have, I always post my advisor only, you know, sales and items there first prior to an ISO site. If you want to know about information about our events, good thing this is going to be my, what's the name paper? Okay. Put it up there. Beautiful. And, oh, did that stop? Oh, sugars. Okay. So I guess I don't know, going rogue here. Anyways, so, here's this. What we'd love to have you come join us. Either Scrapbooking with Emily, that's just my regular Facebook group, and I post, you know, when the sales are happening or if I have extra stock, if I have an event. And then also we have a group, Sketches with Emily, and I do these live sketches bi-weekly on there. You'll probably meet my partner in crime, Kate Haddad. She helps me out sometimes on that group, and I also like to give away prizes, so that's super fun. All right, so let's bring these little piles down here. All right, and remember, we're gonna have about 14 of those in there. I did leave a space on my original like circle, and the reason is I knew I wanted to put like a cluster of embellishments and that kind of stuff, and then also my two little pictures. All right, so wish me luck. Here I go. And I literally just started and just kind of like made it work or whatever. So we're gonna do the same thing and hope it works out. Don't know why I'm doing it like that. I want to see it. All right, here we go. That's better. And you want to fold over top. So my fold is over here. Okay, so my next one is going to go right above it, just a smidgen. Okay, you want to cover over the cut piece of paper and not the folded. And that way it's going to give you that little bit of lip every single time. Okay, I'm not folding them around just yet. I determined that it was easier to wait until the end. And the repo tape probably best because if you need to like figure out, you know, a little bit more spacing and whatnot, that'll help. I am putting the tape actually on the wreath itself, and the reason is so I don't have extra tape on a spot that I'm not going to be covered up. All right, and once again, we're kind of giving that little bit of lip here. And you want it to make sure it's flared, not just kind of give it a little bit of a diagonal and not just flat. Okay, and then we go back to the dotted. It's going to start flaring that way. Okay, and I did keep my piles separated, and that's just to keep me going in the right way. Okay. All right, and good things. Remember, you're going to be folding it over and under and over and under and over and under. So you can see as we're folding it, it's going to give you that nice kind of definition. I do recommend using a nice hard cardstock for that wreath paper, just to give you a little more stability. But you can see that kind of wants to flare up, but it's also going to give you a nice definition when you pull everything up. All right, and let's keep going. Let's pick it up a notch and go turbo speed. Woohoo! Super fast. All right, so we're just making sure that we're following that pattern, making sure that we're doing the little lip and giving that definition and that dimension to the wreath. It's really turning out nice. All right, that's good. All right, let's fold these down. All right, so we have all these. Now it's time to turn it in, and we're just literally gonna fold these up and start putting them on here. I am gonna recommend that you put the tape down first, pull it up. Sorry, a little extra. I did not, but you could theoretically cut another wreath out, just to kind of keep all of these tacked down a little bit better if you wanted. This is also going to help kind of secure your folded pieces from flying up by having the tape on both sides there. Yeah, it makes more sense to put it on here. I know that there is the circle maker too. You could use that if you don't have the large custom cutting system circle. Be interesting if you tried to do the oval, maybe to change it up a little bit. I think it's better when you give yourself a little bit more. I kind of want a little skimpy on this side here for the folding purposes. Hopefully everyone's catching up. Nice. All right, just to make it a little bit faster, I'm going to speed it up again because no one wants to watch me fold. But you can see this is all kind of laying down very nicely. So let's speed it up. The folding technique is going to help give it some dimension and some thickness. So that's really good. You can also see that I kind of fudged up a little bit by giving it too much on the outside, enough on the inside. So I had to use some scissors to kind of cut some of the extra away. No worries. Whew, that was a workout. All right. Got a little hairy there with the extra. All right, ready? Ta-da! The grand reveal. Very nice. Okay, great. So that's gonna look wonderful. And then this area is gonna be for your embellishments to jazz that up. Let me grab, I am going to use the red tonal this time as my background paper. So let's just look at this. Now I'm not gonna snooze you to death here by adding my embellishments and whatnot, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna prep. I have way too many matte packs, and I've decided I'm tired of cutting 4x6 mats. This is silliness. I have all these matte packs. I spent a lot of money on them, so I'm going to use them. It's interesting concept. I'm going to use it. Right, so we have this. I think it's this one. Oh, and I think I decided on this. Right, look how pretty that is. Okay. And then over here, what did I do with my little? So I've got this to jazz it up. And I do have more snowflakes and a bunch of fun stuff to go over here. So I could add this if you wanted, not that. But as you can see, just a little bit of jazz here, to really make that pop. Oh yeah, look how nice that looks. I would recommend kind of feeling things out as you're doing it, okay? I wish I had another big guy there. Ta-da! One shall ask, one shall receive. Right? Now I am going to recommend that you use some foam squares to really make some of this paper, because it is kind of sticking up, kind of pop out. That'll help the situation on that side. If you want, you could theoretically add another journal box if you wanted, you know, or a little matte pack to really give an impact if you'd like. So we'll see how this all comes out on this side once I put everything down. But let's go back to the other side, or let's go back to my paper here. And now that we've done the wreath, we're going to talk about the border and really how to create this look. This is just, you know, matte pack basically, and I've already kind of assigned what's going to be going there. It's no worries. So what you're going to start by doing, it doesn't matter, once again, just like the wreath, what paper you use. I just grabbed a strip already. It is a 1 3/4 inch by 12 inch strip. That is going to be the paper that you're going to be creating the braid over. And then just to make it pop a little bit more and to kind of segregate it from the opposite side and really make it a defining piece, I did cut a 2 3/4 inch. Used this before. This is an incredible product, and something I highly recommend if you haven't invested in the Border Maker system. And maybe Santa missed you, unfortunately, but that is something, you know, get a little extra Christmas money. That would be something I would get from Creative Memories. And you can shop on my website at creativememories.com/cm/egallo to make those purchases. About once a month, they end up coming out with a new Border Maker punch to add to the collection. And I mean, hundreds. And if there's one that you're looking, please reach out to me because I probably have it in stock. All right, so with the next part, you're going to start layering it, okay? And really, if you want to find the center of this, just to kind of keep your eyeballs together, you know, it's an eyeball-ish, because it doesn't really matter. But there it is. Okay. And start creating it that way. We got that. This is going to go here. We've got, this is the next one. Okay. And then this has to go over top of it. We want to make sure we're hiding it. Okay, yeah, good. And I want to make sure this is lined up. Perfect. All right. All right. kind of just fits in there, just like so. All right, and then we take the next one, and we're gonna put it over top. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yay, we got that started. Okay, good. Lovely. And that just kinks right in there. So you're just kind of peekabooing these colors here, okay? All right, and then we're gonna take the dots, and that has to go kind of sneaking in too. All right. And then we go with this, and we gotta sneak this in here. Yeah, so it's kind of braiding down. And make sure you're underneath at the top one, but then also giving yourself a little bit of room there. I'm hoping I have enough of this. What do I have? 3? Oh, no. Oh, good. I got enough. Okay. And this is going to go sneaking right here. Doesn't really have to go all the way down that far because that's going to cover it up next. I want to, more importantly, I just want to make sure you have that nice wide spot. This one goes over. Yep. See how that's like alternating? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Sneak that in there ever so slightly. As I'm doing this, before I was like, you know, this is starting to look like a Christmas tree. So there is got to be a way to kind of theoretically use this, and I got to play with that to make it into a Christmas tree, because this would be so cool. Sneak that there. Right. It goes under. Okay. And then we got this one again. One in there. I want this to be pretty wide. I don't care about that piece because I'm going to cover it right up with this, making sure my folded piece is the one that's going all the same direction. I want to kind of fit that in there like a puzzle. Again, doesn't matter about going back over because we're going to cover that up. And we need this guy. And she's going to go, yeah, here, right. Kind of sneak it in. Right. And then we need this one again. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be tight. We'll find out. All right. And just a little smidgen. Okay. And then we need this over here. Yeah. Kind of sneaking that in there ever so good. Though I do feel I've kind of lost my centerpiece, but no worries. And then we go here. Oh gosh, there's so many of these. I'm gonna have plenty of these. All right, that's good. And kind of sneak in that just like so. Wonderful. And it's here, this one. So looking ahead for 2024, I reward my customers for their purchases when they complete 40 pages in a quarter and spend $224. I reward them with a free BMC. So that's very exciting for my customers, and it really encourages them to keep up their page making and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of a nice thing I do for them. So you are responsible for keeping track of your own pages. It's, the honor system. And then I keep track of your purchases, whether it's online or if it's in person. And I gave away the last quarter, I think 18 free BMCs. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so these are extra pieces. We don't need that. We want to make sure that our scoring blade is still in here. I want to make sure this is nice and tight because that one kind of got fudged up a bunch. All right, so we're going to put this in. We're going to try to fold some of these guys back over, all right? To help you do that, first start off with here, okay? And you may or not even know this is a guess, but these are these little guides, and there is one on each side, and that's to help you make sure that your cut is where it needs to be, okay? And this part, your score line, okay? Good. So we're gonna fold that down, put a little tape on it, make sure it stays, right? Good. And we don't need all of this. It's a little excessive, so let's just do a little trimmy. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're just folding it up anyhow. All right. Once again, we're going to make sure that score line. Use our little guides here. Here's the guide. Are perfect, and it is. So here we go. Wish me luck. And you're going over a bunch of papers, so you want to really give that a good score, okay? And let's do this, do that. Fabulous. All right, and wonderful. All right, and once again, we're going to look at that score line, and just like before, this is a very thick, because it's multiple paper, that it, you might have to do it a couple times to really get a good edge. Why am I scoring it and not just trimming it? Well, you can definitely trim it, but I kind of wanted to look like it had some definition, so that's how I ended up with such big score line. I'm just trimming this because we don't need this much. It'll just make it more difficult for me. All right, so here we go. Give yourself some tape here to work with. I think I'd start down here. Let's put that down. Good. And here. Yeah, we're cooking. And when you fold it over, you're gonna see, look how nice that looks, right? Actually, really, you just do that to give you that really cool look there. All right, but we're gonna fold it over. And once again, we're gonna use that score line guides to kind of help us determine where that is. Make sure it's lined up properly, which it's not. Yeah, is this smidgy? All right, here we go. Wish me luck. And I am giving it a good score here so they kind of fold over nicely. All right, good. And let's put that tape down. I think we need to start down here. And I am gonna, yeah, make that easy. Just so it follows it a little bit better, okay? All right, here we go. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. All right, now it's very thick. So you might actually even want to use some Max tape to pull that down, but I mean, that's beautiful. Yeah, I love it, love it. Okay, and so we know we've got the red here, and I didn't think that red would look good. So I am gonna use white paper. And you need to cut a 2 3/4 inch strip. This is what it's gonna look like. I've already pre-cut it to make sure it was right. But yeah, I mean, how nice is that? Is the one side. Yeah, and it really makes it, you know, pop out for color. All right, so let's do this for anyone that's new. Say hello, hello to CM. Beginner class. All right, so you want to load that up. Oh, first let's start with this. These come together as a kit, and it's the housing system and then the guide, and then the cartridges are interchangeable. You get one, I want to say it's Picket Fence, for free. The cartridges will run you about 20 bucks a pop. All right, so you pull the guide from the bottom, this black part up. That's basically gonna make sure that it's staying straight. Then you're gonna lock this back down. Why are you doing that? To make sure it doesn't move. Now you don't need the guide anymore. You know it's in perfectly. And when you're looking here, you can see these little, I call them notches or knobs, right here, here, and here. And you're gonna marry those up, okay? It almost locks into place. You can see as I'm kind of moving, it's in its right spot. I do find it easier to use my palm to get a better of a cut. It doesn't take a lot of strength. It's just me being, you know, over dramatic. Good. And this is all the punch poop. We don't need that. There are some ones that punch out pretty cool. All right, and we're looking for a what did I say? 2 3/4. Oh, knew that was gonna happen. You wanna take out your score and you wanna put in, make sure you put your straight blade in. And here we go. All right. I would recommend maybe getting that Max tape. Ran out of tape. This is gonna be vellum, no worries. And I'm being over dramatic. You really don't need that much tape. All right, and yeah. I thought it was better with 3 1/4. Perfect. All right, so that's your border for this size, or excuse me, that side. And once again, I was just using matte packs. I'm really trying to kind of go through my stash. That's gonna be my New Year's resolution for scrapbooking. Also doing my own albums instead of just doing pages for Facebook Lives. There you go. And these are pretty big. These are the big guys. All right. And then you're gonna need one of these. All right, and then I had like a little jazz here. And then actually switch this around. Yeah. Loving how that came together. All right, good things. Well, you'll see my finished product, and hopefully you guys join me on Sketches with Emily this year, or my own Facebook group. And I look forward to seeing you guys either in person or on Facebook land. Thank you. Happy New Year's, and we'll see you soon. Wowzer! What a great job. These are masterpieces. Congratulations, guys. You did great. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight on New Year's Eve. We really appreciate your support. If you would like to purchase any of the supplies used in the video that I created, please go to my website at www.creativememories.com/cm/egallo. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, you can join my Facebook group, which is Scrapbooking with Emily. If you're enjoying watching these sketch demos, please join my other Facebook group, which is Sketches with Emily, and I do bi-weekly demos, free, so please join that. And if you're just loving all the sketches and you want to get more and really get a jump start on your 2024 scrapbooking, why don't you join our special private group, which is for 2024, and it goes through the sketchbook one by one. You're going to get 52 live sketches for only $10. You just need to private message me. Thank you. And if you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.